Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, I've been working two jobs. I'm going to keep my full-time job that I've been with for almost 6 years now and working out fine. I've been there since the end of 2018, so I'm coming to be out started the day after Christmas 2018. So yeah, it seemed like well, part of me seems like it's been that long, but a part of me feels like it was just yesterday. It definitely doesn't seem like it's been 6 years for the most part. But yeah, the older I'm 45, the older you get, faster time seems to fly by. Well, definitely the busier. I found it when I first started working when I was 17. I found that I got, busier, and the more busier I was with school and work, time just seemed to fly by that much faster. So it's part of me is I don't want time to go by as fast. It's kind of sad in a way. I can't believe it seemed like just yesterday I got married. I turned 30 the week before I got married 15 years ago, and it seemed like it wasn't that long. I can't believe it's been 15 years since I've been married, and I got a 14-year-old daughter. It seemed like she was just a baby, a toddler, and part of me is kind of sad that time has gone by that fast. I don't want time to go by that fast, but maybe when I know a lot of people complain that then they retire, that they get bored and they go back to work and or they volunteer or they get a part-time job. Some people even go back to work full-time and do something different because they're so bored. I can't imagine that. We'll see what happens when the time comes if I live to be that. If I live to see retirement, who knows? They keep raising the retirement age and inflation keeps going up. Who knows? I hope to enjoy. I mean, I guess when you're dead, you don't really care. I guess that could be like a retirement for me if I don't live to see retirement. But working, it's really, I don't know. You work your whole life, and then it's like you get into your late 60s, early 70s, and usually people get to be that age, their health isn't the best, they don't get around as well as they used to. It's like, oh yeah, now you can finally relax and enjoy life. It's really kind of shitty in a way. I don't know, it may seem kind of negative. That's just the way I kind of look at it. And but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens when the time comes. Like again, I'm getting back off. I'm getting off track. If I live to be that old, maybe I'll have a different perspective. I can think of so many things to do. There's always housework to do. There's always shopping to do, projects, you name it. I had a friend that, because he retired when he was like 65, and I said, "Oh, do you have any plans? Are you going to get a part-time job?" And he's like, "Oh, hell no." He's like, I'll keep." He had grandchildren. That's the other thing too. He had grandchildren that he babysat for. I guess that was part of his retirement plans. But he says even beside that, he said I could think of a million things to do. Anyways, I got kind of off track here, but I've been mainly due to inflation. I didn't really need the money. I was just, I guess I kind of thought I did, but deep down, I really didn't. And I've been in a situation before. I was actually in a situation once where I worked three jobs, one part time, or no, one full time and two part time. Like at one point, I actually put in like 85 hours a week. And we got like, I think, what was it was it 5 night or was it 3 nights? I mean, you're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep a night, 24 hours. I think I kept track of it, and we got an average of 5 hours of sleep and 3 nights, 15 hours of sleep. And everyone's telling me, "Oh, Jeff, be careful, don't wear yourself down." And yeah, I've been doing it for almost a year, and mainly due to this inflation with gas and food, especially food. My God, but wife has an electric car, which we drive that most of the time. My car is gas, but we don't drive it that much. We try to utilize the electric car as much as possible to avoid paying these high gas prices. I don't know what, I mean, always comes down in the wintertime. I'm not sure what gas is by you in your state, but it's about is this 330 or something like that on the average out here lately. Last time I checked, I think that's what it was, like 333 a gallon. Um, but yeah, so gas isn't really a problem now. My wife just got a new job with a higher income, so I won't really need the. I thought I need the extra income, but really technically didn't need. I mean, what's this day and age? I mean, anything is better than nothing, but it's like this day and age, how much is $10,000 over a course of a year? Not really that much. That's what I was making at this second job, um, doing it was like part time. It was only my hours had gotten cut too. I started off working 3 hours, and my hours had gotten cut back to 2 hours. So I was doing like 45 minutes of crossing guard duty in the morning, and then another hour and a half of custodial duty. And still working, and when the kids aren't in school, I'm not doing a crossing guard duty, so it's less of an income. I was just doing an hour and a half of custodian duty. So I mean, anything's better than nothing, but it's like, if I make 10,000 less a year, is it really gonna hurt me that much? No, it won't. And my wife got not exactly that much, but my wife got a job making almost that much more per year. So the way I look at it, I don't need the extra income anymore. But most importantly, money isn't everything. Money isn't everything. I mean, I don't know. Some people said that they'd rather. I had a friend once who said, "Oh, you could have the money or you could have the time off. What do you want? You can't have both." I was thinking in my mind, like, oh, I'd really rather have both, but I'd rather have the time. He said, oh, I'd rather have the money. And I'm like, no, not me. I'd rather have the time off. And I think he realized that later in his time too, because I know a couple years later, I think he had a job. We actually worked together again at a different company, and we had like during certain times of the year, we had like it was real busy, and we had to put in our 40 hours a week, but we could work like unlimited overtime if we wanted, if we really wanted the money, really needed the money that bad. I put in 70 hours one week, just one job, and he put in, I'm trying to remember I think he was putting in about the same, but then he realized that I think he was taking his 2 days off and just working his 40 hours eventually. Because like I said, he said he'd rather have the money. But then I think he kind of came to the realization, oh yeah, he's like, I could kill myself for steak and lobster, but he's like, now he's like, I'll just work my 40 hours, I'll make hamburgers and spaghetti. He said, it all fills you up the same. Yeah, that's right. I kind of came to that realization too. Um, but yeah, I'd rather have. I'm missing time with my wife, missing time with my daughter. I'd rather have. I'm not broke. Even now, I won't be broke. I'm not broke. We're not broke. We're just the average middle class income. But even so, I would rather be living from paycheck to paycheck, spend time with my wife and my daughter, and be at home more than to have, I don't know, a certain amount of to be well off and but be working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. I was, like I said, I've been there before. This is my third time around, I think, working two jobs. And, I think I've finally learned it's just really not worth it. I'd rather have more family time. And then, the way I see it, I'd rather have more time with my wife, more time with my daughter, more free time, more sleep, most importantly for my health, my mental health and physical health too. I didn't feel like my health, I haven't gotten sick. I don't feel like my mental health is pretty good. I don't feel like my mental health or my physical health is suffering, but prevention is key. And I definitely want to prevent that. And I do, it's not affecting my mental health or my physical health. Well, maybe, I guess, just slightly. I am definitely, during the week, I'm not getting a full 8 hours of sleep 5 nights a week, and it is definitely wearing me down. Like at times, I feel like I'm sleepwalking. Um, you got to figure in not only the hours I'm putting in over 50 hours a week, but it's not just that. It's driving time too. The heavy morning rush hour traffic. It takes me about 40 minutes to get there, and the drive home is pretty fast because I get off at 10 o'clock, and it's before the lunch rush hour. It's after the morning rush hour, so there's hardly any traffic. I can get home twice as fast. Coming home, I get home like 20 minutes, but it takes like 40 minutes to get there in the morning. And you got to also not only figure in the hours that you're working, but you also got to figure in transportation time too. That takes time away from you as well. My evening job, work 2 to 10:30, and I have like a 15, 20-minute drive, probably more like 15 there and back, because I go there morning or evening rush, afternoon rush hour hasn't really started yet, because I leave at like 1:15, so it's like after the lunch rush hour. It's before the afternoon rush hour. So I get there pretty fast, 15, 20 minutes. And when I come home at night, especially except for Friday nights when there's people going out partying and drinking, except for Friday nights, there's like no traffic Monday through Thursday. There's no traffic on the road. So I figured it out. I'll have like an extra 16 hours a week to do. I'm just amazed that I've still managed to get as much done as I do. My wife says, wow, yeah, you do a lot. You get a lot done. You really work hard. And still doing laundry and cooking and cleaning. But like I said, a lot of that stuff, I take a nap when I get home. I come home and I eat lunch, and then I make my wife lunch. She works from home, but I go right down. I take a nap, and then I pretty much like sleep until it's time for me to get up and go to the job, my main job, my regular full time job. And like I said, I can't really. I can go to the grocery store and get a few things during the week, but I gotta be like in and out. I can't get all that. I'm stuck like either Saturdays or Sundays doing. That's the other thing too. My weekends are kind of going by really fast because I'm stuck doing cooking, cleaning, laundry, grocery shopping, all that. Doctor's appointments, dental appointments, and taking our cars in if we have to. It's like I can only do that stuff on Saturdays or Sundays, unless I take days off during the week from my morning job. And then it's like you got to burn vacation time for that, or either that or just take time off without pay. I don't want to do that. So I'll just have so much more time. I have anxiety, so I hate going to the store on Saturdays and Sundays because it's so crowded. So now I can do it in the morning. There's basically just stay-at-home moms there with kids, babies. During the week at the store, it's pretty empty. So now I can do my grocery shopping. I'm still going to do this up until Christmas break. This other elementary school, I'm going to do it up. I want to give them enough time to find somebody else, and I figured I enjoy the extra income in the meantime, I told them I do because that should be plenty of time. And then they really don't need me over Christmas break because we just do deep cleans, um, really intense deep cleans. So I figured there wasn't much work for me to do anyways over the breaks. A lot of times they're struggling to find work to do, so I figured I'd work up until the last day of school, both schools. December 19th is the last day for the kids, so I told them, December 19th will be my last day right before the Christmas break. If I'd be nice, give them more than 2 weeks, give them 5 weeks notice, give them enough time to find that should be more than enough time to find somebody else. And so yeah, I'll get my sleep. I'll have more free time with my family, more free time at home, more free time to do my errands, stuff I need to do. Yeah, like I said, I'm just stuck. I can do laundry during the week, but not much, maybe just one load. So I'm stuck. I want to spend time with my family on the weekends, but like I said, on my weekends, I'm spending a lot of time doing other things that I can't do during the week. And, overall, I have enough headaches. Everything's going well at my main job, but I mean, there's always problems no matter where you go. There's always headaches, there's always stress. I have enough stress working, and that's 40 hours a week is enough. I'm technically there counting my breaks. I'm there 40, counting my half-hour lunch break, 5 days a week. I'm there 2.5 hours. If you figure that in, it's like 42.5 hours a week plus my driving time. I think that brings me up to like 47 hours. That's plenty of time. 45, 47 hours a week with including transportation. I think that's enough time, enough stress. I don't need any more. I got enough headaches there. Even though things are going fairly well, there's still headaches no matter where you go. There's stress. There's people that can be difficult to deal with. People aren't that fun to deal with. And there's some of that going on at my second job too. And I got enough headaches working 42.5 hours a week plus driving time. I don't need any more headaches. I don't need any more stress. And lately, that's kind of what it's turned into. Even though I thought I needed the money, I was thinking about leaving due to not getting enough sleep and not having enough time to do things, just feeling so worn down. I was thinking about leaving quite a few months before, but I stuck it out. Didn't really have to, but yeah, like I said, I've been in this situation before, and I kind of came to the realization that with transportation time and just how much of where it's just not work. I feel sorry. I guess I would do it if I really had to, like if maybe I was really desperate for money, but that's like the only I feel bad for, because I know I've heard of people that work 70, 80 plus hours a week and they're still broke, working 2 or 3 jobs. And I've been there before. I know how much that wears you down. Like I said, I put in 85 hours a week. I was so irritable. I just remember how tired I was. I was like a zombie. I didn't really need the money, but I was in the process of leaving one job and I started another job. I was just working there part-time. I gave my other job, my full-time job, my old job, like 2 weeks notice, and I said I'd start right away, work part-time to help them out. And I also took on a holiday job, helping my wife out because somebody had gotten, I think 2 people gotten fired. So my wife said, she goes, "Oh, I think you could do it, and we could, use the extra money." So I decided to do it, then we had another guy that started working with us. It was constantly not showing up to work on time. It was constantly late and calling off. He had like another full-time job. I think they were making him work extra hours. So yeah, I remember one week I put in like 85 hours, and it was just amazing that I did that, and I was able to cook. I'm not sure, I don't think I got much clean done, but I was still able to cook and take a shower and do some laundry and watch. I remember specifically watching a favorite TV show of mine. I was amazed I even had time to do that. But yeah, I think 40 hours is enough. I mean, like I said, I feel sorry I know some people that really have to do it. I don't know how they do it. Well, I know people that have done, I worked with a guy once that said I was about to work with him. I ended up not taking the job because they were going to work me. It was one job. They were going to salary me, work me like 65, 70 hours a week, and I turned it down specifically because of that, because I had been there before and I knew, that I wouldn't be able to do it. I didn't want to do that. And the money they offered me wasn't even really that good. I mean, it was back in 2003, well, 20 years ago, even to work that many hours for only 30,000 a year, even back in 2003, I thought that was nothing because that's what I was making just working one full-time job, 40 hours a week. And I told them straight out, I said, I'm not going to work an extra 25, 30 hours a week for the same amount of money. That's why I didn't take the job. But this one regional manager, he was, well, maybe in his late 40s, early 50s. And he said, like, oh, I've been working. He was basically, I felt like in a way, he was kind of like talking down to me. Like he didn't think it was that big of a deal. And he said, like, oh, I've been working 70 hours a week for 15 years. I'm like, my God, it's like, I don't want, no amount of money is worth that. At least not to me. I don't want to do that. But he acted like it was no big deal. I mean, I'm sure he was probably making 6 figures or close to it even back then. But it's like, I wouldn't do. That's why I got out of food service. That's why I got out of the chef business, because a lot of chefs, or making any kind of money as a head chef, normally you have to work, 70, 80, they salary you. There's chefs out there that make 6 figures, but they work like 70. They're not just working 40 hours a week. No, no, no. They're working a lot of weekends and holidays, evenings, and, who working 70, 80 hours a week all year round for the most part, except when they go on vacation. And it's like, even for 6 figures, it's like, what is the point of making all that money if you don't have any time to enjoy it, if it's just going to go into your bank account? And I want to, if I'm going to have money, I want to enjoy it. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. So yeah, no, just another month, and I can't wait to see all the time. I figured it out. It's like an extra 15, 16 hour counting, not working that second job, an extra transportation time I won't have now, a commute I won't have. I figured I'll have an extra 15, 16 hours a week, so I can't wait to see how much my mental health and my physical health improves. I know I definitely will get more sleep and feel better. I can't wait to have that feeling again. So just up until just a few days before Christmas, and I'll have my life back again. So I think that's all I got to say about that. So comment, like, share, subscribe. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you all real soon with another great video. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Talk to you all soon. Bye.